Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please, if you're new in this channel, please do not forget to subscribe and like and share this video with your family and friends. So I started off by prepping my skin, and we're going to be doing a full dark skin makeup tutorial. As you can see, my client is really dark, so I chose a foundation match, and I'm grateful it was a perfect match for her skin. Guys, we're going to mostly focus on the brows because it was really detailed. Like, I detailedly explained everything you have to know about an eyebrow tutorial and how to draw your brows correctly. So that is our focus on this video. So just sit, be patient and watch. So after that, I went on to blush her face. As you can see, her cheeks are red. Then I applied my contour, which was much darker than the View Beauty contour I used before. So I was just using this to contour her face beneath her jawline and the sides of her nose. So I went ahead to just blend and smoosh everything in, like to blend the blush and the contour so there's no demarcation. So I went ahead to apply my highlighter, and I used this spotless concealer to do this in the shade tan. So I just highlighted underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead and my chin. So I was just blending everything in as you see me doing. Now it's time to set our face. So I used the View Beauty press powder. I used the shade dark chocolate and maroon, which gave a perfect blend for her skin powder. I did not want anything too dark and too light, so I mixed the two together to get the perfect shade. And before that, I had gone ahead to set her under eyes using her skin powder, which is the dark chocolate on the View Beauty powder palette. So at this point, I was just trying to contour her nose, and I used the powder, the darker shade, that is the maroon shade, to just contour her nose. I don't know if it's the maroon shade, if I'm getting it right, but the View Beauty powder palette, the last shade of the darkest shade is the shade I used to contour her nose, her jawline, her forehead. So at this point, I use, rather than contouring, I use a bronze powder from the Annie's Beauty brown palette. There's a nice bronze powder there. That's what I use as my contour. Thereafter, I blushed her cheeks. I blushed her cheeks with a mixture of orange and red. So at this point, I went straight ahead to bake her face. There's a difference between setting and baking. Baking, you use large amounts of products, and setting, you just use your light-handed and you use the person's particular skin powder. So I just baked and then went ahead to set my brows so that when it's time for drawing, it's not going to be shaky. The secret to a good brows is to trim your brows perfectly. If you know how to trim your brows perfectly, you are on track. So after trimming your brows, you should have a spoonie to help you to trim your brows. Like what I'm using now is a spoonie. And then you apply your brow gel and you go ahead to set your brows. This setting of the brows is important because it keeps the gel in place and it helps your brush or your pencil, whatever you're using, to be bolder or to be more, to appear good, to appear bold, appear sharp. So it's always important to follow the steps and you get it right. So when you're drawing your brows, start from the midpoint of the brows, extending outward with light and short strokes. Whatever is good for you. You're a pencil person, you use your pencil. If you prefer brushes, you go ahead with your brushes. So I was just filling in my brows with my pencils, giving it some strokes, hair-like strokes. So I went ahead to conceal my brows, and when concealing my brows, I always blend completely, and I use a shade that is two shades lighter than her skin. I always blend and I use my setting powder to just buff everything in. So this is our finished look. I hope you love the videos. Please do not forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you for watching.